What's up, guys? Welcome to the Metal Roofing Channel. Welcome to Q&A Mondays. And in this series, we're talking with the different associations and programs around the metal construction industry to help contractors, architects, designers, everybody involved in the industry get more education, get closer together, and be involved in the community. Today, I've got Jeff Henry, the Executive Director of the Metal Construction Association with me. Thanks for being here, Jeff.
Well, thank you for the opportunity.
Absolutely. So the Metal Construction Association is deeply involved in all facets of the industry. So tell me a little bit about the mission of the association.
Yeah, well, first of all, MCA obviously is a trade association, and we're representing pretty much anybody that's affiliated with the metal building, roofing, or wall systems. The association's purpose, not surprisingly, is to promote the use of metal in the building envelope, and we do that through several different initiatives by marketing to prospective users of the products, including architects, specifiers, building owners, etc. Education to those audiences about the advantages of the use of metal, and then of course we're very heavy on the technical side. In advocacy, with respect to developing codes and standards which further the use of our member products in the building construction.
Okay, yeah, let's dive into a little bit more about some of those individual topics. Tell me about the technical side and developing standards. What's your role in that?
Well, MCA takes a lead role on behalf of the industry in developing, monitoring code changes that are being proposed, maybe by competitive materials or others. And then, of course, advancing those that we think further the use of metal or in better position it for use, in the building envelope.
So, in addition to all of that knowledge that the MCA possesses and the forward thinking that the MCA is a part of, how do you guys kind of promote that through marketing, and how are you involved in education of metal?
We have, our market development initiative. As I said, our mission is to promote the use of metal in the building envelope. On our website, we have what we call the Metal University. So, and that has educational sessions for architects, code specifiers, and code officials to be able to go and, take a module for continuing education credits. We do live webinars. We partner with METALCON Online now to, conduct 2 webinars a month, again, trying to reach those critical audiences that are involved in the decision making as to what materials go on the outside of the buildings being built today. And then we're doing direct marketing to those audiences as well. We have a newsletter that goes out monthly to architects and specifiers. We have just under 16,000 architects in our database.
Yeah, and to that point, we reference and source the MCA all the time with our content that we produce. So tell me a little bit about the studies and the white papers that you conduct to kind of help promote metal, because you've got some really good ones.
Yeah, thank you. We have over 80 white papers on our website, which are all technical documents giving the point of information on specific topics. Again, for the purpose of educating people about, what are best practices in the use of metal? What can they expect? What are the design features that they need to consider? How does metal work with solar? What do you need to consider when you're using multiple metals in a single application? And those are available for free on our website. Anybody can go there and download those papers today. Our installation manual is posted on the website, and people want to learn how to install these products and install them correctly. It's a great resource. We're always looking at what are the new things coming to the market and what do people need to be aware of. So it's a vast resource and library of information on the website, and we encourage people to go there and take advantage of it.
Absolutely. Tell me a little bit about the who of the metal construction industry. Who is involved, who makes up your committees, how do you kind of establish those people?
We are structured around 7 product councils. So our members represent everybody from the panel manufacturers, be it single skin, roofing and wall systems, to MCM, panels, IMP panels. So those are the three big product lines. And then, of course, we have our accessories council. We have our metal forming equipment council, which are the people who make the machines that fabricate the panels. And then retrofit systems, which is an exploding area for the industry as well. People need information about the metal industry. We're a great place, a great resource, and we encourage people to become a member and take advantage of those resources.
Yeah, tell me more about the membership. What's that process like, and what are some of the benefits of becoming a member? What does that look like?
Yeah, I think they're multiple, and I'll always start with one thing that's true about any trade association, just not MCA, is your return and the benefit that an individual member gets is directly proportional to their level of engagement in the association. Some of the benefits of membership include access to some of our industry data. We do an industry study every year about what is the size of the market, what are the growth projections. The other thing is the network of people that are there. I talked about who's represented at the table and the opportunity that they sit down. We have 2 meetings a year, face-to-face conferences plus METALCON. And something I failed to talk about when we were talking about how do we promote metal. We are 50% owners of METALCON. So, the trade show is conducted annually to promote to a wider audience. So, that's one of our key activities. Members get a benefit there, member pricing for exhibit floor, et cetera. But it's really that network of vendors, fellow manufacturers that you have the opportunity and to sit down and collaboratively address, some of the industry concerns or the issues impacting your particular segment. And you have or even your own individual, business operation. And so you have a role in helping shape the future of the industry and address those key issues that kind of will further advance the use of metal in the building envelope.
Yeah, let's talk about that future a little bit. What is in store for the future of the MCA?
We're going to continue to ramp up our market development activities. We have one of our key initiatives right at the moment is what we call the Metal Marketing Initiative. Sustainability is a huge topic and decarbonization. So our purpose is to create a coalition and get some uniform messaging for the industry. To be able to advocate for ourselves and to address some of the misinformation that's prevalent in the industry today. So that's one of our big initiatives. Our certification programs have been growing. We have a certified MCM systems fabricator program. Yeah, that's more than doubled. Participation in that is more than doubled over the last year and a half. And it's, going to continue to grow as more and more specifiers are going to, demand the use of certified systems. And then, another big area that paying a lot of attention to is the whole, workforce development. Obviously, having skilled installers is critical, to advancing the use of metal. We're seeing the industry is coming to us and saying, hey, our contractors, our installers are asking for more information. They want to start using metal more frequently. They don't know how to do it properly. So we're developing training programs for that. I mentioned our roofing installation manual earlier. We've partnered with the National Roofing Contractors Association in the development of their pro certification program so that we're building experts out there and we're doing it done the same way. We have demos, training demos that we'll be doing at METALCON this year. We did some at IRE a year ago. We're doing them again at IRE next year. So we're excited about continuing to advance that education and that skill set.
All right. Well, as we're wrapping up here, Jeff, where can people find the MCA online?
Our website is metalconstruction.org. I encourage people to go there, take a look at some of the technical documents there, the information there. It's a great place that we also use to showcase a lot of our members' projects. So you have opportunity to gain some exposure there. Our membership application is, in the membership section. We are offering 50% off membership at the moment, as an incentive to recruit people. So, please take advantage of that. or otherwise reach out to me directly at jhenry@metalconstruction.org, and I'd be more than happy to answer any questions that you may have about MCA and the opportunities for you as a member within our organization.
Well, Sheffield Metals and New Tech Machinery both are very proud to be MCA members, and we appreciate everything that you guys do for the industry. And thank you for joining us today, Jeff. Thank you very much for joining us. Comment down below with any questions. Visit metalconstruction.org for more information. As always, I'm Thad Barnette. We'll catch you next time.